Well, good day, everybody. John Henderson, Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, back again with you. Another beer rambling edition today. First time having this. Well, second time. I had it the other day, yesterday. Dixie Voodoo Blackened Lager. 5.5% ABV. Gets a interesting score on Beer Advocate. More on that later. This is a European dark lager. Some say it could be a Dunkel, but Dixie Brewery, of course, based in New Orleans, Louisiana. They've recently opened up a new brewery. I was there for it day before my birthday. It was the 25th, but unfortunately, when we went there was I don't know what happened. We thought we were going to be sampling some beers, they'll give us like little cups and sample. Myself, Ronald J. Terrio, of course, Louisiana Beer Reviews, and his good friend Dave Garlandon, excuse me, and we were there, and unfortunately, we just didn't get to do that. And for the fee they were going to charge, we said, no, we ain't going to do that either. So we spent the entire day just driving around New Orleans and stopped at a few other spots. It was really a great birthday, so thank you, gentlemen, for it. It was an awesome time. Much love to you guys for that. But I really was wanting to sample with the new brewery, of course, Dixie being a legendary beer, not just in that city, but basically throughout that region of the Southeast. And if you want to go parts out further southwest into Texas and Arkansas, I'm sure very popular too. But we didn't get a chance to sample some beer, so we did a little tour of the brewery, and then we said, all right, let's get out of here. So we ended up saving a lot of money doing that. So, I like to save money. Don't we all, right? All right, here's what the beer looks like. As you can see, it is darkened a little bit here. Very nice color on how I'm looking at it right now. Try to look at the lettering here. See. This was made its debut in 1992. Inspired of the Dunkel style beers. So, definitely getting some of that maltiness in this right now. Sort of a very molasses, sort of very sweet, honey, sugary, like a pumpkin type bread style. Pumpkin sweet bread. Smells real nice. Taste. Definite malt. There's a very nice malt flavor to this beer. Very, real nice. Full character, definitely in this. I think of Dunkel that I've had. Maybe Beer Morena La Raza, or maybe the Hofbrau. Their Dunkel I had about a month or so ago. Nice, sweet, bready. Yeah, man, I'm really digging this a lot. Like I said, I had this the other night. I was picked it up on my way home at Rouse's. I picked this up, and I thought, let me try this. And I've had the Dixie, of course, and the Dixie Light. I've had both of their beers, both of those two. They're both are excellent. Especially the Light really had a very interesting, nice flavor that I really could say, I could really buy this a lot more than some of my other light beers. But again, cost, as always, is always an issue with me, and $7.99 or $8.99, which is I think the average price for that beer. That was also about the same price, about $8.99 for the 6 pack of this. So I'm like, I'm good. So thankfully, Rouse's, thank you again. Of course, I got a single. Yay. Um, yeah, this is a really good, nice. Like I said, I don't know what to describe it. This is a Dunkel. I'm looking at it as a Dunkel than a dark lager. Nice, clean, very sweet. Not overly sweet, but very full. Like a chewing on. Nice, you know, that fresh bread that come out of that oven, and it has that sweet taste, and you put nice butter on it, and it's really kind of a sweet sort of buttercream, something on that bread, and it's, man, oh, delicious, and that's what I'm getting with this, This is nice. Uh, Again, of course, I mentioned about Dixie. One of a lot of course, that was probably the preeminent brewery in that city back in that time when it made its debut. Of course, like many breweries at that time, when it made its debut in 1907, of course, it went through some changes during Prohibition, where they had to diversify themselves, and then after Prohibition ended in 1933, went back to brewing their beer. The brewery, I was able to get a tour. David Garlican gave me a tour of where the old brewery was located, and how popular that beer was. I mean, and of course the brewery continued to do well, and then of course it went through some damage after Katrina. So then, of course, as I said, we were there, and they had shipped their brew out to different locations to continue being brewed. One of the breweries was in Memphis, Tennessee, some location in Memphis. But when they reopened the brewery again, as I said, this year, that they were going to bring it back, the Benson family, Tom Benson, of course, the late Tom Benson, owner of the New Orleans Saints and one of the Pelicans, of course, the wife and members of the family said, let's bring it back, and we're going to make it, bring something that really defines the city, and they did. And of course, the beer turned out to be a huge success. I mean, the brewery is, I mean, from one of the facility looks awesome. You ever get there, and I know I know they do tours. Hopefully they will. When we got there, the tour had already been booked pretty much for all of that weekend. I guess we had to, do it online, I guess. I don't know. I thought we would just walk in and just, hey, we're here. But it didn't happen that way. But in any event, nice facility, they have a nice little banquet room up on the second floor. Also showing the history not just of Dixie, but all the beers that have been in that city. And look at Louisiana now, some great breweries. Abita, of course, Parish Brewery. Of course, they talk about the history of Jack's. Jack's was another popular brewery in that city that was also well known, and people would love to get their stuff from them. But now, I was talking to people who had that beer going back when these were older guys in their 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, just talking about what that beer meant to them and to their families, to their dads and granddads, all yada yada. So, some great stories. So, in any event, then a very good lager, and I'm kind of shocked by the score that Dunkel, I should say. I'm kind of surprised by the score that Beer Advocate puts up there. It says a 78, which is on the cusp of a C plus. Right at a B minus. To me, I think this is a B plus beer, so I'm gonna go with maybe an 8.6, 8.7. Enjoyable. I really like it. Great flavor. You know, very good by Dixie, and maybe buying this quite a bit. Not the 6 pack, maybe two, just to get by. But as I had this with a steak dinner. I said pair it with some seafood or Creole, anything with a lot of spices. But I had a steak dinner with a side salad the previous night, last night, and I thought it went down very good with it. So yeah, I'm gonna go B plus all the way. 8.6, 8.7 score for the Dixie Voodoo Blackened Lager. Yay! Sean Anderson, Pierre, the Beverage Ramble team. Keep on watching as always. Cheers, live, laugh, and love. Blackened voodoo, 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 blackened voodoo.